One of the headaches of home ownership is water stains in your ceiling. First, you've got to figure out what's causing the water stain. Then you've got to figure out how to stop it. And then you've got to figure out what to do about the water stain in your ceiling. Well, I discovered something recently that not only makes it easy to take care of that water stain, it makes it a breeze. It's like magic, and I can't wait to share it with you right now. This is Monday Mornings with Mark. Hi, I'm your host, Mark J. Schmidt of RE/MAX Country and MoveMeMark.com, where I help you get the most out of the real estate market and your home. If you're new here and you like what you see, do me a favor, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss out. So my wife and I had a problem. We've got an investment property, and I was at the property recently and noticed in one of the bedrooms there was a water stain in the ceiling. Now, what's crazy is that I didn't remember a water stain being there before. And, water stains bring about a few challenges. So the first challenge whenever you have a water stain is you have to figure out what is causing that water stain. Water stains are usually caused by one of three things. They could be a leaking roof. If you've got a hole in your roof, that's a great way for water to come in and stain your ceiling. It could be from leaking plumbing. If your toilet is leaking or if you have a leaking sink or a pipe that's leaking, that's going to cause water staining on your ceiling. And a third way it can cause staining is through your central air or your heating. Each of those can have water that can leak, and that can cause staining on your ceiling. Well, that's what happened to us. Our air handler for our central air unit is located in the attic of our home. And we had a problem with the condensation. Usually there's a little pipe that brings the condensation away. That pipe got messed up, it started leaking, and that's how we got the water stain in our ceiling. So the first thing you want to do, of course, is figure out where that leak is coming from that's causing that stain. The second thing you need to do is you need to fix it. If you don't fix that source of the leak, you're going to continue to have a leak. This can not only stain your ceiling, it could also result in mold, and if you've got enough water coming through, it could potentially collapse the ceiling. You don't want any of those things to happen. So first thing is figure out where the leak is coming from, and then second thing is to fix it. Now the third thing you need to do is you need to cover up that stain. You need to do something to make that ceiling look like it didn't have a problem in the first place. Now here's the thing, you can't just throw a coat of paint over that stain. You see, most ceiling paints are interior latex paints, and they are water soluble, meaning that once you put that paint over that stain, the liquid in that paint is going to blend with that stain, and it's just going to cause the stain to come right through again. So I knew that was an issue. I knew I couldn't just put paint over it just like that. So what I did was I went to Lavalette Hardware just down the street, and the fine people at Lavalette Hardware gave me this. This stuff is like magic. This is Zinsser Covers Up, and this is a stain sealing ceiling paint. So what this does is, it's obviously not water soluble, and what it does is it actually seals the stain so that it can't come through again. Now what's interesting about this, let me see if I can show you. The top of this, if you'll notice, I'm going to bring it right up to the camera right there. You see, it's not a trigger like this where you push down. You actually push on the side of it. So when you push on the side, it actually comes out of the top. So you really just have to go up to the ceiling and go psh, like that, and it makes it so easy to take care of the stain that's in your ceiling. You put this stuff on. You just basically all I did was I got one of these, a drop cloth. Make sure you get a drop cloth, especially if you don't feel like moving furniture or if you don't want to mess up your floor. Get a drop cloth, they're only a few bucks. In fact, I'll tell you, I spent more time unfolding this drop cloth than I did actually painting the ceiling. So what I did was I put the drop cloth down, I went and spread it out all over to make sure I wasn't going to have any issues with any overspray. And like I said, you just take it out, shake it up a whole lot. You want to shake it real well, and just hold it straight and just go spray the ceiling up. I actually did 2 coats. I thought after the first coat it looked great, but I like being a little paranoid, so I said let me do a second coat. So according to the instructions, you just wait 2 hours between coats, and I put a second coat on. The real nice thing about this, and it says it right here on the can, it seals water stains, it matches most ceiling tiles, it dries flat white, and it's non-yellowing. So take a look here. Here is what the ceiling looked like before I treated it with this Covers Up by Zinsser. And here's what it looks like after. And you can see, you can barely tell that anything happened. It looks like I just had a normal ceiling there. And the great thing is that thanks to this being a spray paint, you see I've got the popcorn ceiling, and popcorn ceilings can be very annoying. Sometimes if you just try to brush the paint on, some of those popcorn pieces can come off. With this, it was simple. It was all spray paint. It literally took me 2 minutes to spray it the first time, and then another 2 minutes to go back and do it again. The results speak for themselves. So if you've got a problem with a water stain in your home, I highly recommend Zinsser Covers Up. Not expensive. This cost me $8.99 at Lavalette Hardware, and fantastic. Super pleased with the results. And I thought I was going to have a really big problem, and this was going to be a huge project. Took me no time at all. Now listen, if you have questions about ways to fix up your home, or if you have questions about the real estate process in general, there's a fantastic resource. It's my website. You can find me at www.MoveMeMark.com. Thanks so much for watching. If you missed our last episode, I've got it right here for you. And here's another episode that YouTube thinks you should watch. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that circle and subscribe so you don't miss out. And I'll see you next time for more Monday Mornings with Mark. You have a great week.